What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to yet again another Getting to Know the Artist. I am your host, Wiggles, as most of you may know, and we are here today with none other than Nate Prez. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah,
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I'm hanging in there. It's a weekend. I get every other weekend off at work now since I've moved up in management. So this is that other weekend. It was perfect. It worked out. You know, your manager, whoever, hit me up and we was able to line this up. I'm happy to be in this chair right now doing another interview. So it's a
I'm
good
happy,
day.
bro.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna jump right in. We ain't gonna waste no time, guys. We're gonna jump right in. Firstly, if you find this on the replay, hit that like button. It's a small gesture from you, a big favor to me, him, and the YouTube algorithm. It pushes it out. It gets more people to see it. If you're watching it live, you're coming in here, smash that like button. Maybe we can get some new faces in here on him today. Just know Wiggles loves you, and I appreciate all and any support that you bring to my channel and to these artists' channels and socials and stuff like that. So thank you very much. Um, yeah, man, we're gonna jump right in with the first question, and that is, what is your name? Where was you born and raised, and where do you currently live now?
I'm Nate Prez, born and raised in New England, and I live in Rhode Island right now.
All right. You ever move out of state or anywhere, you know, or
I
just
spent
pretty much?
I spent last summer in Fall River in Massachusetts.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any plans to move out of state, or you like where you are right now anyhow?
Down the line, I'll probably move, but for now,
Okay.
cool here.
Absolutely. The next question I got for you is loaded. Are you a juggalo? How long have you been down, or when did you discover yourself? And do you consider yourself a juggalo rapper? Now, some people see a box, some people don't see a box. Some people just don't associate with the term, some people do. So, if you got an opinion on that, speak a little bit on that.
I've been a juggalo since fourth grade. It was one of the first subcultures that I really gravitated to. Um, I'm
Um,
I'm a juggalo artist. I don't like to call myself just a rapper because I do a lot of different genres, but I've been a juggalo since I was like 10, and it was one of the first cultures that I really felt accepted in.
yeah. Absolutely. If you're true, pure, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no ill intentions. It's a great place to be. If you're on some dumb shit, well, yeah, you know. Um, okay, yeah, and I noticed that. Believe it or not, I looked at your whole plethora, though I can't even say the word. Discography on Spotify. We'll use that word, and I noticed your music does kind of go from being like, I don't know, rap, but then to like rock, to like I don't know what you would call it, but I like that you're well balanced or whatever. Again, people watching, I typically I know my artist, or I know something about him, or I've done some research or whatever. His manager hit me up out of nowhere, came out of left field, said, "Hey, I look over a couple artists. I got a guy." Da 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 da. So like it was all new to me, and I got to like just dive into his music like you guys should. You can find him on all platforms, I do believe, but I know you can definitely find him on Spotify. So I definitely checked you out, and you got an all right little. I don't know. You got your own little sound to you or whatever. So it's pretty cool. Um. Okay. So next question: what inspired you to start making music? What was the switch that said, "I think I can do this, and I want to take it serious"?
When I was 5, I played Guitar Hero for the first time, and like the first time I played, I just knew that I wanted to be a rock star. And I bought my first bass when I was in 3rd grade, and then in 6th grade, I discovered that I could rap too, and I started listening to rap. When I was 21, I discovered country, like that country has a dark side, just like rap and rock do. It's called Gothic Western, and I really fell in love with that sound too. That was like, it brought me back to when I was 5 and like the first time sitting in front of my TV and playing Guitar Hero. I just love music. I love incorporating different sounds into my work. I'm a horrorcore artist at core, but I like to manifest it in different ways with different sounds.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's interesting. Um, who do you look up to in the music industry? And that's dead alive, underground, mainstream, just in general. Who do you look up to?
X and Ski Mask, that era was unforgettable. That was legendary. Juice World 2 and Peep. For older
Okay.
rappers like DMX, Eminem, Biggie, Big Pun, Big L, Cool G Rap is really good. And
Yeah.
rock, Linkin Park, Tool, 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, stuff like that.
All right. Yeah. What about your horrorcore selection? Do you listen to any other artists that are like horrorcore? I guess.
Yeah. Um, Obviously Insane Clown Posse. I love Lex the Hexmaster. Blaze is really good. Who else? Seagram is an old school horrorcore rapper that was really good. He made one album. Um, Bone Thugs, 3 6 Mafia. Those are two of my favorites.
Okay. Yeah.
Old School Twisted.
Yeah. I like the stipulation, the separation. Not that I like the separation, but how you said that. Old school twisted. Absolutely. Um okay, yeah, no, that's some good answers right there. Um my next question for you is, are there any current projects in the works? So, what's next? Are you working on any songs, any albums, any features? Are you doing any shows, any tours, any just little one-off gigs, or what do you got going on?
So right now I'm working on a mixtape. It's going to be 5 songs that's dropping on Halloween. And then after that, I'm working on a full length album of all goth cowboy Red Dead type beats. And I'm really excited for that because a lot of people really liked the song Goth Cowboy Shit that I did. The chorus was amazing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people want to hear more of that sound from me. So I'm excited to do that. And then I got some other stuff planned too after that for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Do you do any shows, or have you done a tour before, or anything like that? Have you got on stage?
Not yet, but I want to.
Not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Um, So I normally don't ask, but since you haven't, who would you like to open for? Or is it literally just anybody, as long as you can get something lined up and start getting out there at shows?
Anybody. Obviously, playing the Gathering would be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That would be sick.
yeah, absolutely. You said you got a manager, or you didn't say. I'm just assuming because that's what kind of how you said. You have a manager, right? Or somebody
Yeah,
that's
Kelly Green.
overseeing.
Yeah, he's my.
Okay. Are they I mean, are they in the process? Are they trying to help you like get onto shows, or is it just kind of whatever you can line up, or you just you know what I'm saying? Like, do you let them handle strictly all that, and you just create music, or have you been trying to like reach out to shows, and would you travel? So like, I might know a promoter in Indiana. Would you come to Indiana and perform, or no, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't talked to them yet about doing shows, but right now I think we're focusing on like getting the product out.
All right. And do you have a merch line yet or anything?
No, I got to make a website.
Okay. I got you. No, that's cool. And before you make your whole website and pay out the butt, you can use third party sites like, Printful and stuff like that or whatever. There's roundabout ways to maybe save $1 and earn $1, whatever. Um, okay, so what is your favorite song so far that you have made that means something to you? Not necessarily your most popular, but just means something to you for one reason or another.
I really love goth cowboy shit just because of the massive chorus. Like I went in there and I just belted, and it came out so good. I wasn't expecting it to sound like so good. I love that.
Okay.
The great
Yeah.
also too has a lot of like deep lyrics that are personal to me, so I really like that one a lot. But it's hard to choose because I love every song I've ever done. The Purge is also a banger. Like The Purge goes so hard.
Yeah, I like the sound of it. Like instrumental and music. It not your voice is cool too on it, but like even just the sound, the music, the mixes. I like that song. It's pretty cool. Okay, so then what's a song that you would recommend to somebody? Is it gonna be Goth Cowboy? Like if you're trying to get them hooked, um, they don't know nothing about your music. What's the song that you're going to promote to try to get them to listen to, then to allow them to go down your rabbit hole of music?
I would say probably a few. I would say either The Purge, goth cowboy shit, rated R slasher, or Blood Moon
Okay, yeah.
to start.
That rated R slasher, I think, is your most viewed on Spotify, and it's all right too. Actually, it's got good sound quality and whatnot. Your voice really did catch me off guard, man. I was kind of shocked from like images, anyhow. I guess I was assuming, I said I didn't know you, and then I find your profile and I'm seeing pictures and different, albums and whatever that you've done. I'm like, huh. And then you listen to you, and it doesn't seem like it would go with you, and I like that. I like different artists. I like just organic, something new or whatever. So that's kind of how I felt about your music in the short time that I, listened to it or whatever. Uh okay. How old are you, man?
23.
23 years old.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He's a young pup, folks. So with that said, realistically, where do you see yourself in 5 years in the music industry? If I reached out to you in 5 years, said, "Hey man, you still doing music? You want to come back on the show for round two?" Where are you gonna be in your career? Are you gonna be signed? Are you just gonna have a million albums out? Are you gonna have I don't know, what is it called, the gold plaque or whatnot? Or are you still just going to be pumping out songs, or what's the goal? What's the 5 year game plan from now?
Well, I'm always coming up with new content to put out. So either way, I'm going to be doing something. I don't know about signing to anyone. I think signing to Tech Nine would be really cool. Obviously, ICP would be crazy. But even if I'm just doing my own solo thing, like I'm always going to be putting out new music. 5 years,
Now,
like hopefully I'll have a few more albums out. Hopefully I will have done a few shows. Like I'll have some merch and a website. More people will know me by then, hopefully.
yeah. Do you have a label now?
I have like my own label. It's called Dynamic Records.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm not taking away from that. I was just curious. Some people that's their answer. They're like, I'm already a label, and in 5 years, I hope I build it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope I bring on people underneath me or whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like to ask if you have your own individual label now, or if you're signed, like kind of on with somebody that's still underground, but they got their own thing. I know a lot of homies that are on somebody else's thing, but it's not like some top flight label, but it's their individual little, you know what I'm saying? So that's um I gotta stop saying that's bad etiquette on YouTube. They'll tell you don't say but it's a
Oh, really?
habit. Yeah,
I
you're
didn't.
supposed to be just quick with the answer, the responses. Keep going, keep it flowing. don't pause, don't stutter, don't. It's crazy, man. The stuff you learn over the years. Anyways, where was I at? Realist. Okay, so if not music, then what? What would you be doing? Would you just be working a 9 to 5? Is there another hobby or something that you're equally passionate about that people may not know about you? Or do you think it would always have ended up being you involved with music?
Music. It wouldn't have ever been anything else. If I had to choose something, like I like to ride horses, so maybe I would have got like a profession with that, but not music is my calling.
Okay. You're gonna come out on a horse one day on stage singing that ghetto cowboy song or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
That's that'd be that shit. Uh, okay, so always music, and I dig it. What did you want to be as a kid? Was it a singer? I think you might have said that.
I started with metal, so I bought my first bass when I was in third grade. Then I started listening to ICP, Eminem, Tupac, and Lil Wayne, and Biggie Smalls were the first rappers I listened to in like fourth grade.
Right,
And
right, but like you didn't ever want to be no astronaut or firefighter or paleontologist or nothing like a kid, that first kid I want to be when I grow up, or it was always music.
I want to be a rock star when I grow up since I was 5.
Uh, okay, yeah, set in stone. Um, but and I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to clarify what I meant by that question. Okay, so the next question is, have you played and or been to the Gathering of the Juggalos, and if so, how many times on both accords?
I've never been, but obviously I would love to go. That'd be so sick.
Okay. Is there any reasons that that you maybe you've tried but then you haven't got to, or is it just simply because you're young still, or like
I think
I only just recently got to go for not this year. Last year was my first year. I'm 33 years old. I've been down for 20 years. Life just sucked, man. I was homeless for a good chunk of my life and then dealing with kids and responsibilities and my cards just didn't line up, you know what I'm saying? But they finally did last year. The Something Wicked Comes This Way was my first gathering and it was incredible. And then this year was the legendary, and that was freaking amazing. I don't know if I'm gonna get to go next year. I really, really hope so, but I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I didn't know if maybe you tried to go and just it ain't possible yet, or travels, or
I think I just didn't want to go alone. Like the
yeah,
gas juggalos, I just like it's not the type of thing you. I don't know. Maybe some people do go alone, but I feel like it would be more fun if I had like some homies to meet up with there.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Believe me, you could go alone and have the best time of your life. I'm sure, just from my experience. But I get that, dude. I always go with a homie too, a dude I've known like my whole life, literally for like 17 years now, and he comes and picks me up, and then we drive an additional 3 hours to Legend Valley. You know what I'm saying? But he's my rock, dude. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying? So as long as he's by my side, I'm ready to take on the world. So I feel that, wanting at least a couple people or whatever. And obviously, I got an online presence now, so I know more than just him. But that first year, I'm telling you, having him right there made a huge difference. I'm sure of it. There's people watching. I see you guys popping in and out and hanging out. Please ask some questions. If you know who he is, ask some questions. If you don't know who he is, ask some questions. Put them in the chat. Hit that like button. It's a small gesture from you, but a big favor to me and the YouTube algorithm. Um, okay, so if you could collaborate with any artist that you have not yet collaborated with, and it looks as if you're at the beginning of your career, so I'm not sure if you've collaborated with any artist yet, but if you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be and why? And that can be so. Give us like a untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Mainstream radio or whatever. But then also give us some underground people that you'd like to hopefully work with.
For the mainstream, Suicide Boys would be sick.
Okay.
A lot of my favorite artists are like they either don't make music anymore or are deceased. Honestly, like a lot of the artists that I listen to. So
Right.
Lucas would be awesome. That would be crazy. For the underground, I would love to do a song with like Lex or Blaze or ICP, like Nate Prez and Insane Clown Posse would go hard as fuck.
Do you know who King David is?
Yeah, Zab? Is that Zab?
Maybe the no, am I thinking of the same person? Not Zab is cool. Zab is Ouija's photographer. Maybe I swear it's King David though, or ain't that his name? There's
Oh,
a dude that does this like cowboy act, kind of like how you do. I think y'all would make a fucking awesome collab. And I'm gonna have to re-look up his name and be sure that I'm saying it right and get with you afterwards. But I think like you and him are on the same like wavelength with like the country rock emo type thing or whatever. I swear his name is King David. I could be I could be completely wrong murdering it, but I feel like that's his name. At any rate, I think you and him would make a freaking awesome collab. If you don't know who he is, I'll send you a link, whatever, and maybe you check him out. Let's see, somebody else that I think that like, do you know who Clockwork E is?
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a duo, Bill and Kyle. They're pretty dope
Oh,
people.
oh,
I could see you maybe doing something with them, perhaps. Uh, But yeah, okay. I like that you listed your own individual artists. I feel like there's so many people that you could probably actually your sound would like mix well with or flow well with. Where's my next question? Okay, here's one. Have you ever met anyone famous to you?
I met Twisted a couple times.
Hell yeah. See,
Couple
I've
times.
never met him,
They
and
were
now
cool.
I don't know that I'd want to.
Yeah.
But that's still cool as shit. Honestly, if I see them, I want to be on bogus shit. If they would allow it, I'd tell like, hey, whoop whoop, let's get a selfie or some shit. Uh, okay, yeah, I've met a lot of artists at the gathering, VIP with like Ouija, and at the gathering you can literally just run into people walking around like Scum,
Yeah.
Insane Poetry, Lardy B, uh, all kinds of artists that are performing, and they're. Do you know who Siamese Goat God is?
No.
Oh, they're pretty good, dude. Cartoon Bondurant and Enoch X Mortis. Check them out, man. But at any rate, people like that. But I have also met Polly Shore, so I like to answer that question with that answer. I got to meet Polly Shore. He came to do stand-up comedy in a city where I used to live just like 5 years ago or whatever, and that was pretty dope. Obviously, he's a comedian, a podcaster, an actor, yada yada yada. So even though his reign of fame has kind of died down. In person, that's probably one of the most famous people I've met outside of like ICP. So, yeah. Mm, what is your favorite color?
Black.
Black?
Yeah.
Me too. Well, I don't know. Mine's red and then black and then purple. I would say in that order. Red, black, purple.
I like crimson, like dark red, blood red.
Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, what's your favorite domesticated animal and wild type animal?
Domesticated, black cats. Wild animal. I think wolves are cool.
Yeah, Yeah. So ironically, I'm almost backwards from that. I like dogs, pit bulls specifically, but there's a lot of breeds that can go on forever. So that's why I'm just gonna say favorite domesticated is dogs. But I keep fish. I got a couple tailless cats, snakes. I had birds in the past. I'd own a zoo if I could. You know what I'm saying? And then my wild type animal is a white tiger, man, because they're not supposed to exist. They're a genetic mutation, and they'll lure you in. They're beautiful, and they'll fucking kill you. They're not playing around with you, man. They will eat
They're
your whole ass face off.
they're the real king
So
of jungle tigers.
yeah, Seth Moon said Jamie is cool as fuck in person. I bet. I appreciate it. See, I just told you I'd be doing this, but I haven't had a whole lot of comments pop in. I appreciate it, Seth. Do you have any questions that you can ask him? I still got a whole list to ask him, but I like to have other people ask questions too. There's no right or wrong question. You know what I'm saying? Have fun with it. Just put something in there. Let's break him loose or whatever.
They're
Speaking of
both. What's up?
no, I was gonna say, speaking of weird breaking the ice questions, my old lady, even though she don't claim to be a furry, she does a digital art for furries and all kinds of other stuff. She drew a chibi for Ouija, and he shared it all over his social medias. She drew a penis dragon for Clockworky. She's pretty talented at what she does. But she asked this question, and sometimes she comes back to it and she'll try to bring it to life if she ain't got no commissions. She asked if you could be an animal or a fictional character, like a unicorn or, something not real, what would you be?
A dragon.
A dragon. And
I'm a
any
fucking dragon.
specific or just dragon, open range?
Probably like a black and red dragon with a wolf head.
Okay, and dude, see that's in her lane. That's some shit that she would do. She like merges the two together to create like she's really good. I can't draw like that for shit. I do these little dolls you see behind me painting juggalo faces, but the real stuff, art, that's her all day long. So
Man,
that would definitely be up her lane. I'm gonna have to be like, look, you really got to try to do it.
yeah, I draw like ICP's album covers and I put them on my wall. I started like Carnival of Carnage when I was 12, and I have
Oh,
almost
no kidding. So then do you do digital art too? Or you
no.
just draw on paper or canvas?
That's what I was saying. Like that's about the only thing that I can draw is like ICP and Juggalo art. I've been doing that, but I can't do like digital art either.
All right. Thank you, Seth. Thank you. Seth said, what collabs can we look forward to on the mixtape?
Can you say that one more time?
He said, what collabs can we look forward to on the mixtape?
So I have some non-exclusive features for the mixtape. I got Juicy J, Lil Wayne, Cool G Rap is going to be on there, and I'm able to do that from Anno Domini Nation.
No kidding.
Anno Domini Nation. So I'm able to do that.
Wow. Now
Yeah.
I'm curious, boy. Lil Wayne on a track?
Yeah. That song's called Purple Dreams.
Ooh. And I'm guessing these are just like feature packs or
Yeah,
beat packs?
non-exclusive features from Anno Domini.
Yeah, no, that's dope, dude. I don't underplay nothing. That's where it starts. That's recognition, and the fact if you do good, like on your part with it, and it sounds like it was like recorded studio together, flow, man, shit can go crazy. So that's what's up. I'm looking forward to that, and I do follow you on Spotify now, so I'll be looking. Um, Juicy J too. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question I have before I get to my next page here. Being in the underground scene, how do you try to separate yourself from other artists?
Growing up, I always admired one thing I always admired about Insane Clown Posse and Twisted's labels was that each of their artists have their own persona that's unique to them. And I think the goth cowboy thing was kind of, it worked out for me, because before I discovered that, I was kind of just like doing regular hardcore stuff, but it adds like an extra thing that makes it that much more unique. The fact that I have that in my arsenal and I'm able to do like gothic Western vocals.
Absolutely. And speaking of the devil, Insane Lycan, did you just hear his answer to your question? That is right up your lane. Like literally how he just worded it. And I didn't even coax him. He said it. He said, I want to be a dragon, such and such colors, maybe kind of like a mutated wolf head.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be dope.
Yeah. So you have to see what you got going on with commissions and then maybe try to make that happen. Hell yeah. Okay. Absolutely. That's what I mean. I think people that really just try, and I know there's a million artists, you know what I'm saying? It's been done. But if you stay organic and true to you, whatever that is, and don't just literally try to mimic the person above you, I think it goes a long way. You know, your own gimmick, not gimmick, but yeah, kind of, your own persona and who you are differently from in your regular life, or you know what I'm saying. So, no, that's a good answer. My next question for you is, what type of music did your parents listen to? And do you think that affected in any way, shape, or form the type of music that you listen to and make today?
It doesn't affect the music that I do. My dad listened to the same metal bands that I do, like Kiss and AC/DC, older stuff from the 70s and 80s. And then I'm not really sure. My mom listened to like pop.
Okay. Yeah. See, for me, I had a Bible thumping mother, dude, and she wasn't liking the rap and
Oh, yeah.
crazy horrorcore.
Right.
But she would listen to like classical rock, REO Speedwagon, Meatloaf, yada yada. So I did get a good little selection of rock in there or whatever. And my father was a worthless piece of crap, but when he was around, it like country pretty much and a little rock from him, and he hated and despised rap music. And my mom, still to this day, I think she, how do I put it? She accepts that her son is a juggalo, and that's not gonna change at this point. But she never really was super fond of ICP, or you know what I'm saying, the whole scene of it or whatever. She hoped it was a phase that I never grew out of.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you have any siblings?
Yeah.
How many?
I have an older sister.
All right. Does she support your music so far, or does she even know that you're actually trying to do it, or
I'm not sure.
you're not sure? No, that's
No.
cool. So I asked that question because of this, man. In one hand, some people will say, "Well, this is my direct circle." You know what I'm saying? You got your mom, your dad, brothers, sisters, maybe first cousins, and best friend. You know what I'm saying? And people like, "Oh, the race will automatically support me and play all my music and yada yada," or whatever it is. And then on another hand, obviously that's not necessarily the case. And some people don't like believe that. I think like that's where your first views, your real views may come from. But I don't believe that anybody that you hold close to you should be obligated to your music or what you're doing, because they're there to support you for you as an actual person, not the extra stuff. But when they organically, on their own, take a liking and show true, genuine support to something that you're doing, that is tenfold just a normal appreciation. When they go out of their way and they're like, "Bro, I'm fucking digging this," and you can see that real raw. There's nothing like it. That's like untapped. You know what I'm saying? So That's why I like to ask that question. Do you have any siblings or whatever? Do they support your music? I've had artists come up here and say they have siblings and they only support them where it counts. You know what I'm saying? If they get a shout out from the clowns or Ouija or somebody, they're like, oh, but they ain't bumping their music. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I'm kind of a lone wolf like that. I don't really have a circle. I can kind of just do my own thing for me
Okay.
and hope to listen to my music, you know?
Yeah. We got somebody new in here. What is up, Space Baby? Whoop whoop. She said, if you watch TV shows, what do you get into?
Um, Recently, Wednesday is one of my favorite shows that's came out in the past few years.
I'm with you. That's that shit, boy. And I just watched the next series on Woodpix. I'm cheating, motherfucker.
I want to wait. Did they drop the full thing yet? Because I didn't want to watch like 4 episodes and then four. I wanted to watch the whole thing.
So maybe that is what it is too. I think we only got a few more episodes on there or whatever. It ain't like the whole next series yet. I could be wrong. Maybe I just didn't like maybe I passed out type beat, but yeah. I don't even have the wood fix. My old lady has it on her phone. From somebody at work and that's a savior, bro. I think that's worth the money. Uh do you watch any just like I don't have cable or nothing like that, but do you and do you watch any regular shows or anything?
Not
I'm
really
just
regular.
yeah.
Impractical Jokers, Trailer Park Boys. I like dark humor, you know?
So I love Impractical Jokers. My old lady fucking hates them. She thinks they're annoying or something. Like she just can't stand it, and that makes me love it even more. I'll sit there and bust a gut. I don't watch the whole series back to back on Netflix, but I still watch it again. Like, I love Sal. I love all of them. It's good
They're
shit.
all hysterical. They're so funny.
Yeah, yeah. Um. Okay, I'll throw in a question that ain't even in my list that kind of goes with that. What was your favorite like ooh, well you're younger. Um okay, you said you're 20 something?
23, yeah.
So what you were born in 2000s?
2001.
Wow, okay. So then I mean you still might have caught some. Do you have a favorite 90s cartoon? Or I guess what was your favorite cartoon growing up?
90s, was Invader Zim from the 90s or was that 2000s?
Yeah. I mean
Invader,
that was right at the edge. That was right there near the end, beginning of your generation, I guess. So yeah, I'd say it's 90s. Maybe
like
even
when Gen Y became Gen Z. What about Courage the Cowardly Dog? Was that early?
yes, yes. That's my shit, bro. That's 80, 90s cartoons, bro. Courage and Rugrats, Hey Arnold,
Hmm.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Invader Zim was 2001. See, I thought it was right there on the cusp. I'm not, I'm not way older than him, but I'm 33 and he's 27 or something. 20. So yeah, there's a little bit of a gap there.
I'm
Right
23.
on.
Grew up on like
20.
millennial stuff.
Okay, yeah. So we're literally 10 years apart. Um, all right, bet. Next question. So, and this is kind of weird asking you, but not really. You still can recall back to that point. If you met the younger version of yourself, say 12 or 13 years old, would you give yourself any advice? And if so, what?
I would say stop trying to just like do it for everyone else and start doing it for myself. Because when I stopped like caring about what other people wanted from me and I started doing what I wanted to do, it was more fire and it like came together. So I would say I would tell my younger self to put me first because I'm like
Okay. That's a solid answer for that question, man. A lot of people say, I want to tell myself nothing because if you change something, then it would change what's today, yada, yada. But I think motivational or inspirational pushes wouldn't hurt you if you're just saying, hey, you could be further than where you are now in the path that you chose if you just would have, as you said, ignore other people's wants and focused more on your own or,
be
whatever.
unapologetically myself is what I would have told my younger self.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so do you think the skill came natural or did you have to learn and practice? And what I mean by this is a lot of people are, they say, born with a given talent, and other people have to practice and learn. But then they become equally competitive in whatever that thing is. Do you think it was more of a natural curve or a learning curve for you?
Natural. Definitely, I was
Yeah.
definitely born with it because when I was 5, like I could play certain songs like Raining Blood on Expert, and I just knew like if I pick up an actual instrument, I'll be really good. I could have played guitar. I didn't want to. Like I just wanted to play bass. I don't know. I feel like everyone plays guitar. I wanted to do something different. There's not enough like crazy bassists. Um, After that, I tried to learn how to rap fast. That was my next thing that tried to teach myself after bass was learning how to rap fast. I was always good at rapping, but picking up speed is something that you have to work on so that you don't stumble over what you say.
Yeah.
It's like a fine line. It's a balance. You can be born with it, like a God-given talent, and then you can work on that your whole life and build it even more and like really make it the shit. Or you
I
can
think
you can go into it completely blind and discover that's what was like when I discovered that I could sing and do vocals. I had no like experience with singing whatsoever. I'd always been a rapper. When I was like 21 and I started listening to gothic country, I discovered that like I could do the cowboy vocals, and then I started doing metal songs and melodic rap like Lil Peep and Juice World. So you can
yeah.
become better at stuff definitely, or you can be born with it. But
Listen, I think any artist that gives a crap about their career is always trying to better themselves. So you may have the natural talent, but you should always be trying to grow and learn everything about your niche. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, yeah,
All aspects of it. If you're good right here on the mic, you may be slacking on the promotion. You may be slacking on, you know what I'm saying? Like there's always something that you can be tapping in to just better hone into your craft or
definitely. Yeah, I'm always
so
trying to put up myself. Everything that I drop has to be better than the last project. Like I'm always trying to come up with new styles and different stuff.
absolutely. Right here on the screen, Seth again said, then what is your favorite character from Invader Zim?
Um, Zim. It's been a I
I
don't
didn't watch
I,
it really. I mean, I know of it, but I didn't like watch it. So
the Invader Zim.
yeah, I
I have to watch it again. I watched it when I was 17. I watched it twice. Like I don't remember much about it, but I definitely need to go back when I can figure out where I can watch it. It was on Hulu or something, and they took it off, so I couldn't watch it anymore after that.
right. All
But
right.
my favorite entity from Courage the Cowardly Dog would probably be Return the Slab. That was so creepy. When I was a kid, I remember seeing.
Listen, Courage for its day. That was some dark shit, bruh. As
Definitely.
a kid watching it, it made me uncomfortable sometimes. But I think that same uncomfortability, or however you say that, is what drew me in. Like, I'm telling you, weird, bizarre, creepy, oddity. Like, I don't know, that's my niche. That's what I like, weird shit. But maybe that's because I was a jug and didn't know it yet.
Return the Slab.
Um,
You're Not Perfect. That was another really, really creepy, cool episode. I love that one.
oh yeah. Next question I got for you is kind of three-part or two-part. It's kind of worded weird, but it works for what it is. So just bear with me with it. Who or what inspired slash came up with your stage name, which I'm guessing that's probably just your name, and your logo. If you have a logo that is identifiably yours, no matter what it's on, a hat, a sign, a shirt, whatever. If you do in fact have a logo for you, uh, how did you come up with that? Who created it? Who drew it? Yada yada.
So my rap name is just my name. I wanted to do that, I think, because it's kind of hard to make fun of. Like it's just my name, like Kendrick Lamar or Tupac or not. And then my label name, Dynamic Records, I came up with that a few years ago. I felt like it fit me because I am dynamic. Like, I'm able to adapt to different styles and stuff. And then Seth Moon, Cali Green created the logo for Dynamic Records, and I thought it was sick.
Okay, yeah. And do you have an example of it, or is that like laying around you anywhere? Or I don't know that I've seen it per se. I'm guessing it's just like your album cover.
It's not printed, but if you go to my page, I just posted the new label logo. It's fire.
All right, all right. Y'all need to start promoting. Get it out there. Let me see it. Um.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Bet. Some people like to make a name, and some people use the real name, and I think it can work both ways. Uh. What is your favorite horror movie? Yeah.
Her movie would have to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Definitely.
Yeah, that's a pretty good selection right there, honestly. Yeah. I don't know. I did like the Jeepers Creepers. Like that was the first movie even that like scared me as a kid. The first one, something about that damn truck. Mind you, I was like 5. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was weird, but I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Again, so probably like Jeepers Creepers for me, or even just the Michael Myers series. It's pretty good, pretty good.
Jeepers Creepers is definitely weird core, but that's a good one too. I like that one for what it is. I definitely like that one. Kind of reminds me of Pumpkinhead. I don't know why. Just something
Yeah.
about that. And then,
Space Baby Psy said, "I love Jeepers Creepers." Go
but
ahead. I
yeah,
didn't mean to.
definitely Texas Chainsaw. Scream also would probably have to be my
Yeah,
second horror villain.
screams are okay, but listen, I'm not one for a million like I don't know series or like
Okay.
after you know what I'm saying like after Fast 6 I was done. Now I got Fast 17. You know what I'm saying? Scream. I don't know. They have a couple, right? Or the scary movies have quite a few. Whatever.
There's 6
I don't,
scary movies and 6 screams. I think they're working on Scream 7 or
oh
maybe.
yeah, that's almost too much for me. Now, like with fucking like Marvel, DC comics, stuff like that. That's a little different. The series always, I guess, some of them can be boring, but they're okay. I can still watch it. It's action. But after a while, the same drawn out thing on like a base movie, like the whole the plot is the mask and killing somebody. I don't know. I guess I let myself I get bored with it in my head or something. Like if it's too predictable, it's not my type of thing. Or I might get a good jump scare out of it occasionally or something like that. But I'm sitting there like this is like I'm saying this in my head while watching it. Like this is about to happen. She's about to do this. Like I'm predicting a freaking movie. I get almost bored with it type beat.
Scream.
Yeah, yeah, like just any series that exaggerates, especially in that manner. So scary movies or even comedy movies, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Grown Ups was okay. Grown Ups 2, yeah, yeah, did you get to see the new Happy Gilmore?
I didn't, but I want to go see that soon.
Okay, so I think it's only on like Netflix or Woodfix or special apps. I don't know that it's out or they're gonna put it out. I don't know, but that's to my recollection. I wasn't like I wanted it to be more, you know what I'm saying? I liked the first one. And I'm not gonna say it's terrible. I'm not trying to ruin it for you. Go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Formulate your own opinion. But it's just I don't know. I'm just worried about I guess almost all sequels. Like they better step their game up or now listen, let me tell you a series and then we'll jump to the next question. I'm rambling. Let me tell you a series I have not been disappointed with so far. The fucking Avatar. And now the new one's coming out in November. The Fire People or whatever. I'm ready. They better not mess that up. The first two was dope. I dug them, at least in my opinion. But now here we go. The fire peoples. They better bring their A game, and the commercials look pretty dope. But that don't mean it's gonna be a good movie. So
I saw it came out in like I think it was maybe 2015 or 2017, sometime between there, and I liked it.
yeah. Alrighty. Let's see here in the chat. How about paranormal horror movies? So you're talking about like real shit, Space Baby? Is that what you mean?
Not The Conjuring. I've everyone thinks The Conjuring is like so scary. I feel like it's I don't know.
Like Blair Witch Project is a fucking joke. Okay, next. I think that's what that means. Ain't Blair Witch Project part of the paranormal horror movie style? Ain't it supposed to technically be based around Will or real or I don't know.
I think Blair Witch was that bad. I thought that one was better than The Conjuring. That's like just one of the first movies that people think of when you say like, what's a really scary movie? Oh, The Conjuring. Not really. There's much like
yeah.
I guess I don't really watch paranormal horror movies as much as I watch slasher movies, but The Exorcist is cool. That's like
Listen, bruh. The Emily Dickinson or Rose or whatever the hell her name is, like I think till this day has still not even watched the original movie because it scared the shit out of her. That's when that's a good movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a real shit that really can happen. You
yeah.
can be possessed. I don't care what you want to believe. Even fucking Christians believe it. You know, it can happen if you're meddling around with shit too deep that maybe you shouldn't be. And I'm just saying, protect your fucking juju, man, cause oh we. But yeah, I'm with you there. That one's okay. I don't do I don't know. I don't do Alien. Now listen, don't don't get me twisted. This day and age, aliens fucking exist, right? But I don't do alien movies. Like I don't sci-fi really ain't my jam. It's for somebody else. But like sci-fi movies ain't even like not even horror like Terminator, that wasn't really my shit or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Our robot's okay, I guess.
There be more alien horror movies. There was Nope, which was from Key and Peele. That movie was good. I liked that one. And then Alien Isolation obviously is awesome.
Yeah. Fair. um all right, before we jump into these game questions, I'm gonna if y'all got any more just straightforward questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. TZ said spamly in this bitch. What up, TZ?
I remember earlier you asked me too if I've met anyone famous. I did also meet DJ Paul at a restaurant behind the venue that he was performing at when I went there to see him. I was just
Fuck yeah.
food and he happened to be there. He was cool as fuck. That was
DJ
crazy.
Paul is legendary. You should have been like, hey, bro, when you gonna get on my track? No, I'm just kidding. Dude, big artists probably hate that shit so much. Like,
Uh,
I don't know,
I,
hound dogging them and shit. Like, ah! Nah,
yeah,
like,
bro,
get
he
out of my face.
listen to my song.
Right.
Let it come up casually in the conversation if it's going to, put it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, man. So we have literally, like I said, made it to the game questions. We're right at an hour. We're not quite 53 minutes. I want to say thank you for your time. You can't get that back. And I appreciate it. And I appreciate you choosing my channel to be the first channel you came on. Maybe it was the only channel you knew doing shows. I don't know. I don't care the reason. I am grateful. So thank you very much.
Hell yeah.
The next questions or whatever are real quick. Takes about 10 minutes to get through these. They're just real snappy and assortment of either or. So I'll give you multiple choice answers and you just pick one and that's that and we'll run through them. So without further ado, we'll start with the first one and that is the candy Twix or Reese's.
Reese's.
Okay. Season, summer, fall, or winter or
Fall.
spring. Okay. That's me too. I love the changing of colors. It's good hoodie weather. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. I love wearing hoodies and beanies, but I don't like winter really. Obviously, I don't do like freezing cold. Um,
In October is my favorite time of year, Halloween.
Absolutely. There's that factor as well. Day or night?
Night.
Me too. I hate mornings, even though I have to get up every day for work. Truck or car? Or I guess SUV too.
SUV.
All right, best of both worlds. Uh, you're taking your sweetheart out on a date. Are you more to go for a movie night or roller skating?
Cemetery. No, I'm playing. um,
Yeah.
Movies.
Okay. Scratch that. Cemetery is going on there as an option.
Hell yeah.
Uh, pizza or pasta?
Pizza.
Okay. The next one's for your fans. Which are you most active on, Facebook or Instagram?
Most active on Instagram, but I'm also really active on Facebook and TikTok, but not like
That,
Facebook.
that's the next one. TikTok or Twitter or X?
TikTok.
All right. Pepsi or Coca-Cola products?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to say Pepsi.
All right. If it has to be a Fago, though, what are you going for?
Oh my god, my favorite Fago flavor. That's really tough. Candy apple is fire. Candy apple's really good.
So I like it as a treat. I don't like it all the time. It's kind of like rich for my blood, but I do like the firework. That's my go-to.
Fire
And
is bomb, man.
before the firework came into existence, cotton candy was my main squeeze, and then I like the orange. Now the dreaming's okay as a treat. That candy apple is okay. And I haven't got to try that new Jolly Green apple or whatever the heck it is. It's
I
just
did. So
not
good.
in my area.
I've had it. It was really good.
I'm so confused. Finn Gummy said, "How does he see us?" What do you mean, how does he see us? He sees you when I pull your name up like this. Otherwise, I don't know what you mean. Do you? I don't even know who Finn Gummy is. Who are you, buddy? Whoop whoop. Welcome in. We appreciate you. Hit that like button. Small gesture from you. Big favor to me and the YouTube algorithm. Check him out on all platforms. Fruit punch. Like are you talking about the Hawaii, whatever it is one?
Anna.
Ohana? Yeah. Okay, okay. Um, I lost my. Okay, yeah. Pie or cake?
Pie.
Yeah. All right. You're forced. You don't have a choice. You have to choose. That's your choice. You either have to make a 3 mile walk in the rain, or you got to make a 5 mile walk in the desert, provided water and a couple shade spots so you don't dehydrate.
The desert, just so I have an excuse to take a walk through the desert. That doesn't even sound so bad.
Ah, okay. I've only had like 2 or 3 artists say the desert, and that's because they're from that area. They live in like Arizona or New Mexico.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everybody's like, nah, I'll take the rain.
The desert's a vibe.
Mexican food or Chinese?
That's another tough one. Chinese, marginally.
Oh, okay. But if you have to pick Mexican, is it going to be tacos or burritos?
Tacos. Tacos.
Somebody said, does he drive with his hair like that?
No.
I mean, no. He's sporting a hat or something at that point. Okay. Surfing or skateboarding?
Skateboard.
Can you do any tricks?
No.
Okay, yeah. I would play around on a skateboard. I'd prefer rollerblades. I could never really do no tricks, but I could drop in a half pipe. So that was kind of cool. I got over that fair at least.
I used to like longboarding because I had friends that I used to do it with, but as I got older, I gravitated more towards horses, I guess. But I want to pick
I,
the again. That was a lot of fun.
yeah, dude, I love horses. I used to always want horses, but knew that I would probably never own horses. I've done a lot of horseback riding and stuff, and by chance I'm somehow in the country or walk by somebody's fucking horses and they're not screaming at me to get away and the horse is right there, baby, I'm trying to pat it. um, all right, that's it for our either ors. So the next random question that I have for you is this. You're given $5,000 cash money, but you have to pick one store and spend it all immediately. Where are you going? What are you getting? This can be a local mom and pop store to you, or a known chain store like Walmart, or even a known online store like Amazon.
Going to Boot Barn, and I'm getting all black cowboy stuff, like trench coat, black cowboy hats, black boots, belts, like gator skin belts, all that stuff.
And is that just like local to you, or is that more of a known? I don't think I've ever heard of one around here.
I think it might be a New England thing because there's one in Rhode Island and there's at least one in Massachusetts that I've been to.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, fill in the blank questions. And I hear my headphones pretending trying to die on me, but we'll get through this because we're just about there. So first fill in the blank question goes as follows. My favorite vacation was blank.
Florida.
Okay. My favorite vacation was the gathering. What did you do in Florida?
Nothing like special. It's just such a nice place to be. Like the roads are so
The
nice.
sights, yeah.
Like there's crazy, instead of bugs in the kitchen, like you have red lizards running around the kitchen sink, like frogs.
Alligators in your backyard.
Yeah, alligators in the backyard.
Crazy.
That does on there, yeah.
All right, the bicycle I remember most as a kid was blank.
You said bicycle?
Yeah, bicycle.
What do you mean?
Like Mongoose, next.
Oh,
the BMX, the bike you own most, had most, seen most.
Mongoose, mountain bike.
All right, yeah, mine. Like the first bike I remember getting was like a Roadmaster from Walmart, and it was dope. And then the bike I had most was probably a Next or a Mongoose, and I tried to have the mags and the pegs on them. That was the same. And me and my friends would be trying to do like the Chinese fire drills and crazy stunts back and forth from like each other's shoulders to the next and crazy stuff. All right, the last fill in the blank question I have for you is the best part about the beach is blank.
Best part about what is blank?
The beach. So the best part about going to the beach.
Oh, the beach. I like to sit in the sun and either write music or read a good book.
Hell yeah. Okay. I asked that question expecting most people to come up here and say the women in bikinis. You know what I'm saying? When most people I interview are men, and I expect them to be dirty dogs, like the bitches.
First thing, though.
But honestly, I've got quite a few answers that, like, a lot. The majority have not said that. Is my point. And that's not it for me either. The sights are nice. Me and my old lady look at the sights together. I have that perk. But it ain't about that when I go to a beach. It's taking in the moment, being there, walking up to the shore, sticking my toes in the water and on the sand, and realizing that there's something bigger than me out there. No matter how strong or tough or powerful you think you are, you will never beat Mother Nature.
No.
Never.
No, never.
So it's very humbling, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's my first I want that to be like the first thing I said. Yeah, I'm going here to see all the girls, man.
Yeah, right. Nate, it's been an honor, man. I feel like I truly got to know a stranger, and I appreciate your time. on my stream and hanging out with us. Is there anything you have for me? Any questions? Anything? And if not, then this is your chance to just do last minute shout out whoever you want to, whatever, something like that.
I appreciate you having me on here as well. My first interview. Appreciate that very much. Shout out my manager, Seth Moon Cali Green, for putting this together for me and for making awesome artwork for me and helping me get my foot in the game a little bit. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm glad
Absolutely.
to be here, and I have like a lot to offer as an artist. I'm really excited to see I want to see myself start to put these albums out like more consistently and start getting more fans and start doing shows and stuff.
Absolutely. Y'all can find, especially if you're watching this on the replay, you can find all of his links in the description of this video. I will be getting them from Mr. Green or from him, Nate himself, and anything he wants you to have, all music platforms, all social medias. He said there ain't quite a website yet, but if he has something for some kind of a merch or something, that link too will be found in the description of this video. Go check him out, y'all. Go give him a couple plays. Run his music up a little bit. Even if you're not necessarily feeling him, it helps to push it out. The algorithm is a true thing, and it helps little artists or even little podcasters like me or whatever. You gotta get out there. You gotta hustle. You gotta grind, and we appreciate any kind of support that you choose to give us. So I want to say thank you for me and for him and for anybody that hung out, stopped by, even if it was just for a moment during the stream.
Appreciate that.
And I end my streams the same way, man, every time, and that's not going to change. So I would like to end my stream by saying, tell somebody you love them, okay? You don't know who needs to hear that, and it could be you that changes their way of thinking, helps them get through what they're going through. When I was 18 and homeless, didn't nobody know that I was homeless. They thought I was just some dirty kid sitting on a park bench, and they didn't stop him like, hey, I can't give you no money, but I can listen. Do you need to talk? Is there something you need to get off your chest? Maybe we can work through something, a problem. And, you're not thinking with they're not thinking with a clear head. You might have the clear head and they're oversighting something or just overlooking a hurdle that could actually help get them back on track. Don't just be out there spreading hate. Spread some love. Like what your mom used to say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. And if you can't tell somebody you love them because you're too damn macho, tell them Wiggles loves them. And tell them where to find me so I can tell them myself. Thank you guys very much. Go check him out. We love you. And we out of here.